Hello everyone, this video is on transcendental meditation and why I love transcendental meditation so much. Sometimes when we sit to meditate, there can be some resistance, there can be some focusing. It's just that we want to get to the stillness and we think that we need to focus to get there. And what I love about transcendental meditation is that it removes any focusing. It's like you're swimming across a lake, you want to get to the island in the middle of the lake, and you're really swimming hard, and it's cold water, and there's a lot of effort required. But then a boat appears, and it's got an engine, and you get on the boat, and it just. And then the next thing you know, within under a minute, you're on the island. And that's what transcendental meditation feels like. It feels like you get to this still island within the deepest part of yourself effortlessly without having to swim upstream, without having to make any effort. And transcendental meditation gives us a mantra. And this mantra is like a boat that we can ride on and get to our stillness. It's an aid. And maybe some of you don't need an aid and you can enter stillness, and that's wonderful. But for anyone who's having difficulty focusing in meditation, having difficulty just settling down, difficulty with arguing with themselves during meditation, or feeling like it takes a long time to drop into stillness, then you might want to try transcendental meditation because it gives you this way to effortlessly reach stillness. And when we have busy lives, we want things that are effortless. We already have so much to do, so that when we sit down to meditate, we don't want to then have to do another thing. And oh my gosh, I can't feel any stillness. And I'm arguing with my mind, and the thoughts keep coming, and I keep having a dialogue with myself that I'm a bad meditator. And these are the things I hear from people. You can sit to meditate and enter stillness. It can take a little bit of time with mindfulness-based meditations. They do work. I'm not saying that mindfulness-based meditations don't work. They do. They absolutely work. If you have the patience to sit and in between any passing thoughts, come back to your breath or come back to whatever you've chosen to come back to. It could be the heartbeat, it could be a sound in the distance. Generally, people follow the in and out of the breath. If you can gently come back in between any passing thoughts, you will slowly slip down into stillness. But I personally, when I was practicing mindfulness, found it gets me there. It's a scenic route. It's like the boat doesn't, you don't get on a boat, you kind of swim around the island. Maybe you hit the island of stillness, maybe you don't. Maybe you just go halfway and then you come back, but it's still quite nice. Whereas when you do the transcendental meditation, you're guaranteed pretty much to get to the island of stillness. I mean, I get to my island of stillness in under 10 seconds when I practice transcendental meditation. So it's a really good. Hi, hello. Some people are here. Do you practice transcendental meditation? Ah, I'm doing a video on transcendental meditation, so maybe you're supposed to hear about it today. It's such a magical place. Yes. So The more people that hear about it, that resonate with it, the better. I'm not here to say which meditation people should do. Everybody's got different physiologies. People resonate with different types of things. I can just speak from my own personal experience that it worked for me. And you can go to tm.org and you can find a transcendental center next to you. You just put in your zip code or your postcode and you can find your local center and you can learn. And now they have an app. You would go in one day and you would get your mantra, and then for the next 3 days you would go in for follow-ups, or you can do the other 3 days on an app. Personally, it's great if you have the time to go in person. The teachers are wonderful. And it's transformed a lot of my clients. So when people come to see me, I always encourage them to have a stillness practice. I generally suggest anything which has science behind it. So the mindfulness-based stress reduction, the mindfulness-based meditations, there's science that shows that they work. And there's science that shows that the transcendental meditation works. So I suggest either of those. If they have something else that's working, they can do that. And then the people that stick to it, they make rapid progress. The people that do mindfulness-based meditation, if they stick to that, they make progress. But the people that do the transcendental meditation, I think it's like supercharged. That's what I've noticed. They make really rapid process. It's the fastest way to get to stillness and dissolve stress. David Lynch was a big fan, and I'm a big fan. So just putting it out there, because there's no need for us to suffer during meditation. There's no need for us to say, I can't meditate. Nobody can't meditate. Everybody's able to meditate. They just maybe haven't found the meditation for them. And so if you're out there and you're frustrated and you see other people meditating and you think, I can't meditate, I've tried things, it's too difficult, try the TM if it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, then simply be very gentle and kind with yourself when you're practicing other techniques and allow the mind to wander. That's the key. A lot of people, when they meditate, they think they have to stop the mind from wandering, and you just can't. The mind loves to wander. You just catch it in between any passing wanderings or thoughts, and then you go, oh, come back very gently to whatever you're coming back to, your breath or a sound or any sensation. And this is the bedrock of evolution, stillness practice. If everybody practices stillness every day, then we evolve faster as a species, because it's not a dormant state. Stillness is very active. When we drop into stillness, we might not be aware of it, but there's a lot going on. There's stress, deep-rooted stress from lifetimes that gets dissolved. There's dislodging of things within the nervous system that needs to come out. There's collective stress that gets dissolved. There is the cities that get unlocked. There are the little superpowers that individuals have that they might not be aware that they even have. They start to be realized in everyday life. The heart space can come online if it's been offline. Empathy can be restored if it's been lost. It's so wonderful. And sometimes it's overlooked because you think, well, why should I sit and do nothing? That's the opposite of what's happening. There's so much that's getting done. So much that's getting done outside of our awareness. Today I was meditating and I've got a bad neck. from a previous accident. And normally I'm adjusting myself continuously. But today I said, you know what, Aruna, stop adjusting yourself. Just allow nature to adjust you rather than your mind to demand, oh, move this way, move that way, and fight with the neck. And as I dropped into just an acceptance of whatever was going to happen to my neck, it started to spontaneously move. And it just corrected itself. And that's what happens when we enter stillness and we stop fighting with ourselves. Things get corrected. So if you have any illnesses of the mind or the body, there can be a reset that happens in the stillness. It's like we're connecting to this intelligence that's always around, but maybe we've just forgotten it's there because we have so much busyness and noise. And then we get back connected to it, and it does stuff to us. It moves through us. It gives us ideas that are not really our ideas. The ego says it's my idea, but it's not. It's the universe giving us some instructions because we've said, hey, how can I be of service? That is why it's so important. It's the bedrock. And I think with AI and with phones, we need stillness more and more for our mental health, because if our children or our loved ones are so distracted on their devices, their brains will lose their capacity to function correctly in an evolutionary way. And so if we have a stillness practice, it will help maintain the health of the mind. You've got to have a healthy mind and body. And so stillness practice is essential these days, especially with stress in the environment. We can do our stillness practice and dissolve some of the stress. It's like a social service as well as a personal service. There can be communities of meditators. That's so beautiful if we meditate in groups. It's always more powerful to meditate in a group than it is to meditate on our own, because we're so interconnected. And if we come together in meditation groups and we have the group intention of stillness, you get waves of stillness in the atmosphere. The earth just rises up in more waves of compassion and love and insight. And as a human species, if we want to have an earth we want to live on, stillness is the way forward. If we are rushing and we're not thinking, we make errors, we hurt people, we hurt ourselves. May we all develop the ability to effortlessly connect to stillness.